Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It's episode 4 of This Week in Film, and this week we have lots of things to be talking about. News, box office, what movies I'm watching, and what movies are coming out this week. Alright, let's get started by, so last week we had it on a Wednesday, now we have it back on Monday, and I'll be on vacation this week, so I don't know if I'll be able to get the episode out next Monday, but definitely sometime soon. And yeah, let's hop right into the box office, or the news, the news for this week. Inside Out 2 right now is doing wonders at the box office. We're going to be talking about that a lot more later on, but they had just revealed that a spin-off about the dream world there, about how they make Riley's dreams, is going to be coming out early next year. They've been quietly working on this movie for the past year, and they're finally done with it, and it'll be coming out next year. So yeah, what do you guys think of this new Inside Out spin-off coming out next year? Benedict Cumberbatch plays Doctor Strange, and he has a Netflix TV series coming out, or that just came out, and he was doing some press and interview for that show, and he announced that he's excited to be in Avengers 5 that they're filming next year. So that confirms that Doctor Strange is going to be one of the characters in Avengers 5. Next up, Inside Out 2 is the #1 box office movie of the year in just 10 days. It just passed Dune and Kung Fu Panda and Godzilla X Kong the New Empire. And with all that done, let's move on to the weekend box office. So the past weekend was the weekend 2 for Inside Out 2 and weekend 3 for Bad Boys Ride or Die. And Inside Out 2 dropped only 35%, and this is the best hold for any movie that has opened over 150 million. And it made $100 million, which is the 7th biggest second weekend of all time in cinema history. Inside Out 2 continues to break records. It made another 100 million, is at 724 million worldwide. It's definitely going to hit that $1 billion mark. It's at $355 million domestically. And number 2, we have Bad Boys Ride or Die, that has only dropped another 44.4% and made another $18.7 million to add to its total. It's about to pass 300 million worldwide. And yeah, so next up we have the new movie with Tom Hardy and Austin Butler called The Bike Riders, which made $10 million in its first weekend, more than the estimates were saying. But yeah, next, the Garfield movie is number 4 in its 5th week, and it made $3.6 million more, and it has a total of 230 million. Doesn't look like it's going to be hitting that $300 million mark, but we'll just have to see. And then number 5, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is at 381 million and made another 3.6 million. Yeah, so the box office is doing pretty good right now. It's way above where we were last year, and yeah, it's doing pretty good. And this upcoming weekend, some movies are coming out that should be able to push the box office along. Inside Out 2 is going to crack that $1 billion mark very soon. Let's see if it can break Super Mario's and Barbie. Alright, next up, we are going to get into what TV shows and what movies have I been watching in the past week. So if we go in my films, I've watched quite a few movies in the past week. I watched the Weird Al Yankovic Story. It stars Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter, and I just watched it for the first time, and it was a very good and enjoyable film. I rated it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Performances was great. Jack Black has a cameo, and it was very funny throughout. Next up, I watched Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. Daddy's Home I give 3 out of 5, and Daddy's Home 2 I give 2 out of 5. They're both okay comedy movies with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. Next up, I watched Instant Family, also with Mark Wahlberg, and I rated this one 4 out of 5 stars, unlike Daddy's Home, and it's about these parents who wanted to have a kid, but they can't, so they decide to foster 3 kids, and it's a very heartfelt and enjoyable movie. Next up, I watched ISS, the new movie from this year, and it was okay. It was very short. I don't really like the ending. I'm gonna go into some spoilers real quick. At the ending, you don't really see what happens. They get back down to Earth, the girl and the guy. They get back down to Earth, but you don't see what happens. I feel like if they would have added another 30 minutes, they could have really fleshed out the ending of that film. Next up, I watched Bob Marley One Love, now that it's on streaming. And this movie is very interesting. And I gave it 3 out of 5 with Kingsley Benadir as Bob Marley. He does a very good job with the singing, but the plot isn't too good. The last movie I watched this past week was The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Pardon me. And I gave this a 4 out of 5. It's a very enjoyable and fun movie throughout, and it was very good. On my 2020, I have a 2022 list going on Letterboxd, and it is currently number 9 out of about 34, so it's a pretty good film, and Nicolas Cage is very funny in it, and so is Pedro Pascal. He has a good performance, and yeah. Alright, what movies are coming out this week, and I also have to talk about what shows I watched in the past week. Episode 4 of The Acolyte came out, and it was not good. That's all I'm gonna say, it's not good. But The Boys season 4, episode 4 came out, and it's by far the best episode of season 4 for me. And yeah, I would probably say this is on par with the other seasons, and episode 4 really put it at that point for me, at least. And yeah, I'm excited for this upcoming week. We're getting Acolyte episode 5. Quiet Place Day 1 is coming out this weekend. Kinds of Kindness is getting a bigger boost in theaters, so I don't think I'll be checking that one out. But yeah, I should have a Lisa Frankenstein and Monkey Man review next week, and we're almost halfway through the year, so I'm going to have a separate video about my 2024 films so far, coming out probably next Wednesday. Yeah, once I see Yeah. And then I'll also have a bottom 5 YouTube short coming out. And yeah, The Boys season 4 episode 5 will also come out. Very excited for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for tuning into this episode, and stay tuned for next week. What do you guys think about the box office? What is your opinions on ISS and Bob Marley One Love? And what movies are you looking forward to in the next few weeks? I'm definitely most excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. Also, Twisters is looking pretty cool. And yeah, stay tuned for next week.